Hi Sagittarius, welcome or welcome back. We're doing your channel messages and your tarot and oracle reading. This is a timeless reading for all Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to jump into your channel messages and then we're going to dive into your oracle and your tarot cards. This is a general reading, but let's just dive into the channel messages. I do script and channel these off camera beforehand. I will post them on my YouTube community page for you guys to reference to see if anything resonates that way. So, Sagittarius, I was getting, your energy was coming through like very excited, but also very scattered. There could be lots of new beginnings happening for you. You could have felt a shift into 2024 pretty strongly this year. And I was getting like adventure type energy. So it's like very much you. And on a side note, one of your oracle cards was actually Sagittarius. So I just feel like you're really embodying that Sagittarius energy, whether you resonate with, you know, your placement where you have Sagittarius or not. I would assume that you do to some extent because you're watching this reading, but you know, not everybody resonates wholeheartedly with every placement they have. I just feel like you're more in that Sagittarius energy right now, whatever that means to you. I was also getting in quotes, practice makes perfect, and to keep working towards your passions and your projects. You will advance and eventually you could potentially teach others about something. So if you have long-term studies or things that you've been chipping away at, maybe even like years at a time, then the work is definitely going to pay off and you will become an expert in that area of study or that field or whatever it is. Just take it how it resonates, Sagittarius. But I was also getting something in the relationship field about a commitment phobe or somebody that has avoidant attachment style. So I don't know if I'm picking up on your energy. I think first initially I was picking this up as somebody else. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with. It could be somebody that you're in a relationship with, but they're still kind of the avoidant, which would probably make you more of the anxious. But remember, roles can always be reversed. But that being said, there's something to say about having an anxious attachment style and an avoidant attachment style, because usually you don't have a secure attachment style with an avoidant. So one person is probably the anxious and one person is probably the avoidant, whether you're in a relationship with them or not. Maybe it's just in the beginning stages, but it's just something to be aware of. I was also getting something about just sitting with it in quotes, and don't make impulsive decisions right now. Just sit with the idea or the decision or whatever it is. Sit with it, sleep on it, meditate on it, you know, pray about it. Don't make rash or impulsive decisions, because I do feel like your energy is very like excited and ready to go, and you could potentially make the wrong choice if you move too quickly on something, whatever it may be. I'm getting this right now currently. I'm intuitively getting this as work for a lot of you. So don't like up and quit your job and decide to be a full-time entrepreneur like overnight or something like that. You know, definitely work things out mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, but that could be for anything. Also, in quotes, keep your eyes on the prize, play the long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you guys could be trying to finish something like overnight again. And I just feel this overall energy for you, Sagittarius, that's just like very ready to see what the next chapter is going to be. And you're like jumping the gun in like all areas of your life. But keep your eye on the prize, play the long game, be patient. Just remember that no great things really happen overnight. I mean, of course, sometimes they do, but you know what I mean. Just take it how it resonates. Some of you guys could be suffering from some sort of breathing or lung problems. Mullion could be helpful or beneficial for you with that. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Always consult your physician. Also cutting back on vaping or smoking or quitting altogether, and eating more leafy greens. I do feel like your heart chakra is activated right now, and this could be due to you utilizing your sacral energy or your creative passions, your passion projects. Something about, I believe Five Finger Death Punch is a rock band. Something about stars and stripes. So I don't know if that's like, obviously it could be the American flag, or somebody could be an army vet or military vet. Something about using orange peels for abundance. That could be helpful for you with your manifestation practices. Also, somebody could be born in the year of the dragon, which this year in 2024 is the year of the dragon in the Chinese zodiac. And then I was seeing most of you guys with white auras, which is good. It's very protective and light. There was a little bit of a block in your third eye and your solar plexus and stagnancy in your sacral. And then I heard/saw 22, a crystal headband, something about cereal. You guys could I don't know what the message is about. Serial 14 and 8211. So I will post these over on my YouTube community page again for you guys to reference. I just dropped some oracle cards. All right, Sagittarius. So for your oracle cards, like I said, from the Astral Oracle deck, you did get, I just saw the Gemini card that was on top when the cards fell, so that could be significant. Somebody could have a Gemini placement. But I did get Sagittarius from the Astral Oracle deck, number 9. Somebody could be a life path 9 here. But like I said, I just feel like you're really embodying that Sagittarian energy, and you could be feeling more like yourself, and not necessarily only in the context of Sagittarius, but you could just be feeling more like yourself, and you feel more full of life with the new year or something like that. But we'll see more in the tarot. For your deity, I did get the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So I just feel like you're really on this mission to be you and be happy being you. And if you've had any setbacks in the recent past, maybe in 2023, this was divine intervention and the divine stepping in to realign things for you so that you can step into that full potential and full happiness that literally embodies and is embedded in your soul as a Sagittarius. So also your shadow is fear of abandonment. And your next runner up for your shadows were isolation and resentment. So again, this kind of ties into the anxious and the avoidant attachment styles. The fear of abandonment is probably coming from the anxious person in a relationship, but we'll see here with the tarot. Okay. And I did have for the the second runner-ups for your Astral Oracle cards were 7th house and 11th house. So there could be significance to love and romance, and also your friend circle or your like community, or, you know, just like associates, just people like group settings. There could be something tied in there, but we'll see in the tarot. All right, what do we have for my Sagittarians? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more here. Do overall, blocks and challenges, incoming, and advice, and then we'll clarify. The 6 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. So with the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Wands in the overall Sagittarius, I do feel like there's potentially like some sort of nostalgia about a past relationship. I don't know. I'm thinking this is in love. Most of the time, these general readings, it shows up as love because that's what most of you guys tune in to know about. But I don't know. Some of you guys could be traveling in like 2024 or could have traveled recently that brought up some nostalgia. Or you could like your route to work. I'm getting this very distinct message. Your route to work could be passing something that reminds you of a significant person from the past. Or it could even be, you know, it doesn't have to be a love and romance relationship, but it could be bringing up thoughts of the past. We'll clarify to get some more context here, but there's something about travel, whether it's short distance or long distance, that's bringing up these feelings. And there could be some sort of communication in the near future as well that has to do with a past person. But what is blocks and challenges for Sagittarius? Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Interesting. So 2 knights in the blocks and challenges. Might have to clarify those to get some more context here. What are the knights in the blocks and challenges? Something about the masculine energy because it's swords and wands. Justice. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. So there's something here about lacking motivation because you read the blocks and challenges in the reversed. Something here about lacking the motivation or enthusiasm to right any wrongdoings from the past. So it might have been with a past person. Maybe you're having nostalgia about a past person or just reminiscing on a past relationship or person, but there's really no motivation between the two of you to communicate and make things right, because then I just got the Star clarifying the Knight of Swords. So the message is pretty clear here. The Justice card and the Star card here means that there was some unjust thing that happened in a relationship or that happened between the two of you. I'm strongly getting this as love. And there was a lack of healing from this as well. So there's almost a lack of healing on both parties. And there's also a lack of wanting to make this right or communicate with this person, even though you might be having feelings of nostalgia or, you know, just reminiscing on the past with this person. So I don't know. We're going to have to clarify the Eight of Wands too in just a moment, but let's see what the positive incoming energy is. The Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the positive incoming energy, I do feel like your feeling of dissatisfaction about this situation is going to come to an end. And with the Ten of Cups here, I don't know if somebody new is coming in that is potentially going to take your mind off this, or if this is about, it could potentially be you guys healing from this, if you guys can get over these blocks and challenges of the lack of motivation and lack of communication. But with the Ten of Cups here, that's emotional fulfillment. So either way, I see emotional fulfillment in the near future. And with the Four of Cups in the positive incoming energy, it's like you're finally taking the cup that's presented to you and you're not dissatisfied and you're not lacking hope. And, you know, you're not ignoring the emotional hand that's being presented to you, and in turn you're able to sustain some sort of emotional fulfillment. And the Ten of Cups is also like a family unit. So just take it how it resonates, Sag. What is the advice? The Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So a lot of you guys, I feel like, are going to be working something out. I don't know if you guys are actually like split up. So if it didn't resonate as somebody from the past, this could be just somebody that you're kind of in limbo with, is how I'm picking it up energetically. And there was some sort of wrongdoing in the past, because we have the Justice in the blocks and challenges and the Star in the blocks and challenges with the two Knights, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So there's something here about not having the energy and enthusiasm to communicate about wrongdoings from the past and healing through this. But with your advice being the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, this is about communicating, using your logical mind and working together or working independently if you guys are separated. And, you know, just being logical about the situation. If you guys are single, I'm picking this up as you being logical about the situation on why it ended and how there's no effort on either side to make things right again. There's a lack of healing. And maybe this is you working towards your healing, your Star card, Aquarian energy, or working to make it right within yourself. If you didn't have closure, that's giving yourself closure with the Justice card and the blocks and challenges. But the Eight of Pentacles is working towards something, and the Queen of Swords is, you know, she has a sword in her hand, so she's ready to cut off anything that she deems necessary. I mean, she's still divine feminine, so she's tapped into her heart chakra and her emotions, but she knows what is deserving to be in her life and what is not. So there's something here about you working towards something. If you guys are in a relationship still, I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be working towards this together. That's your advice anyways, so you have to take it how it resonates and apply it as it resonates. But there is energy here of like a reconciliation or working things out and finding emotional fulfillment. So I am getting two distinct storylines here, but at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles and the Death card. Some of you guys, because this is subconscious energy at the bottom of the deck, some of you guys really truly do love this person, but you almost feel like this is slowly but inevitably coming to an end. And if it's not like a literal end, it's a figurative ending. So it could be the end of a phase of a relationship if you guys are in a relationship, but you can feel this and it's in your subconscious. So don't take that part if it doesn't resonate. Let's clarify the Six of Cups and the Eight of Wands, because I want to know what the Eight of Wands is. And if it wasn't a past person, the Six of Cups also talks about, you know, just reminiscing on the past parts of your relationship. So if you guys have been together for quite some time, it could have been quite more romantic before, or, you know, emotionally fulfilling when you guys first started dating or something like that. And you're reminiscing on that. Maybe your partner used to give you a lot of gifts and they don't get you gifts anymore or something like that if your love language is gifts. But Let's clarify here. The Devil card. I definitely think there's some sort of codependency within this relationship, so that might be something that you need to look at. But the Devil card can also speak of addictions. That's oftentimes how it comes out in my readings, but codependency is right up there with addictions to substances as well, so just take it how it resonates. But there's something a little bit toxic. I'm not saying the whole relationship is toxic because it's clarifying the Six of Cups. So there's some sort of toxicity within the relationship that's caused some conflict, because I just saw the Five of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands here? Oh, got 3 cards. It's almost too many. So I got the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in the reversed. So I do feel like, because I read that Eight of Wands is possibly communication coming in. I was reading it as travel for some of you. That could be triggering this. But for most of you, this is going to be communication that's needed. Because again, in the advice, we had the Queen of Swords, and that is your block and your challenge. So there's an emphasis on communication. I do feel like maybe there isn't a lot of communication right now, if any. But that is definitely emphasized of something that needs to be had. I do feel like there's going to be clarity coming to you in the future about maybe toxic tendencies within the relationship, whether you guys are with this person or if this is a person from the past. There's going to be some sort of insight on how to clear this up and how to basically, you know, just get rid of this energy so you can ultimately get to your 10 of Cups energy. And I do feel like maybe at one point in time you felt like giving up on this, or there was a lack of motivation to either finish healing from this relationship or to continue on in this relationship. But I do feel like you're going to have some sort of clarity or insight in the near future in regards to moving forward or healing this or healing yourself, however it resonates. What is the Four of Cups and the 10 of Cups in the incoming positive energy for Sagittarius? Eight of Cups. And the Five of Cups. You know what? I feel like you're realizing some self-sabotaging behaviors with the Five of Cups. That's usually a card about like depression or feeling lonely, or, you know, you're not seeing the 2 cups that are behind you. You're more focused on the 3 cups spilled in front of you. So there's something here about leaving that behind and taking the cup that's being presented to you, which ultimately leads to your happy family unit, your emotional fulfillment, and your happy ending, so to speak. So I do feel like there is some self-sabotaging behaviors on both sides of this equation, whether you're with this person or not. You're deciding to walk away from your self-defeating tendencies of, you know, victim mentality or victim mindset, or just feeling lonely and depressed and like you will never achieve happiness, because as soon as you take responsibility for that lack mindset that you've been having, I feel like your happiness is just on the other side of acknowledging that. So that's just something to be aware of, Sag. But again, I think working towards this healing, cutting off things that are no longer, you know, in alignment, or people that are no longer in alignment. So it might be this person, or it might be the memories of this person, or it might be the toxic tendencies within the relationship. Maybe it's toxic tendencies that you carried on from a past relationship if you're not with this person anymore. But there's something toxic that needs to be cut out, that I feel like if you guys both put in the work, if you're in a relationship, or if you single-handedly put in the work, then you are ultimately going to reach your emotional fulfillment. So let's close off with an Angel Answers Oracle card here. Signs and reminders. So you could be receiving signs and reminders. I was just getting intuitively like music, songs. Pay attention to the you know, the songs on the radio or the messages in music. And also ask and receive at the bottom of the deck. I always like to remind people, sometimes if you don't ask, you're not going to receive. So utilizing prayer and meditation could be extremely beneficial for you right now, Sag. So if this did resonate at all, please do like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And if you guys want to book personal readings with me, you can message me on any platform. I love you.